Talk Podcast. That's right. Realist. That's right. For homeboy Brandy. That's right. 750 on this motherfucking beat. Let's go. LASTCIRCLE. This is the Real Talk Podcast. Deep on the scene, bumping loud through your speakers and your cell phone screen. LASTCIRCLE. This is the Real Talk Podcast. Deep on the scene, bumping loud through your speakers and your cell phone screen. You can search the web for many minutes. This is the podcast where everyone can come and get it. Come eat the spinach and get swole off it. Blow some gas off it. Sip something while you listen and watch and be a boss off it. The hottest topics and the views you're watching.
Co-hosted by Brandon, this shit ain't stopping.
Come and get you some. I'm about to make a run. Don't wanna hear that bullshit, cause here the realest come. Live in 3D, please come see me. You can listen in your car or at home on TV. You never know who's stopping by to drop jewels. Real Talk Podcast, we're on the move. LASTCIRCLE. This is the Real Talk Podcast. Deep on the scene, bumping loud through your speakers and your cell phone screen. LASTCIRCLE. This is the Real Talk Podcast. Deep on the scene, bumping loud through your speakers and your cell phone screen.
Just people sampling over the years, man, and doing what they do, and their albums go platinum. So I get another.
There you go.
Another halo.
Fellas, how y'all doing, man?
What's going on? The realest.
Yep.
Hey, man, I appreciate you jumping on this platform with us, big dog.
Oh man, pleasure to be called. You put the bat signal in the sky, so.
Say, man, we need you. We need you. I see you showing off some of that hardware back there in the background.
Man, since I was a little kid, dude, I dreamt. You look in Jet magazine and some of these magazines like Rolling Stone, and you know what I'm saying, Right On and all this stuff, and you see like the super producers with all their hardware, and you like, man, you just dreaming. At that point,
same way, big dog.
Like Biggie said, it was all a dream. So I said, man, if I ever get to that level, hell yeah, I'm about to hang up all my shit.
Hey, man, look, man,
I'll give a damn.
My wife won't even let me put all.
I got certificates hanging up in the crib.
I can't even put all mine up on the wall no more, man. My wife won't let me do the whole thing.
There it is. That's what I'm saying. So shit.
So
Until my wife say no more, I'm gonna keep hanging them, man. Yeah.
Hey,
yeah,
so
that's my work.
Did you ever get a plaque for from Tupac, the Tupac album that he did? He sampled one of
you know what? That fell short, but I'm gonna show you something. So
Pac got almost over that record, man. He ran that thing in the ground.
Myself and a framer, we came up with this. Let me show you this. If I can swing it around. I don't know if you can catch that.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, I got it.
Shit, man, the light is in the way. Hold on, I'm just gonna disconnect. Are we on the show? Or we in pre mode?
No, we good. We good. You we good.
Oh, okay. Well,
we good.
I'm gonna try to. Can you see it better without that light in the way?
Yeah, up at the top.
You see it? Yep.
Yeah, the light is in the way. It's in the stairwell, man. My bad. But if you were here in person, you could. Anyway, that thing is large, man. It's heavy as hell, and that's what we came back with. But no, it didn't certify. Damn, I would have loved, but no. Tupac hangs in my house for sure.
That's dope. That's
dope.
That's
the Master P's went went double, multi-platinum, and that's what you see over there. These here.
There you go.
What am I pointing to? I'm pointing to these right here. These are Master P's right here.
That's dope. There's No Limit hardware. You gotta have it.
No limit for MP, The Last Dawn, and Ghetto D.
Oh yeah, the Ghetto Dope album was no joke, man. That was a classic.
Still classics.
Put it on there and let it go.
Yep. Mr. Marcus Thompson, Timex Social Club icon, music icon. Good to have you here on Real Talk.
So crazy.
You know, I gotta throw it out there, man. Like I said when we were talking, man, you've been dancing around my arena as far as conversations, you know, since back in 2014 or whatever. So it's good to have you on, and you know, and I know you getting ready to approach 37 years of Timex, right? So, I mean, take a reflection, man. Think back. Besides just how quick the Rumors record was such a bananas hit for you all, but just think about the legacy and how you feeling about this, you know, creativity that started 37 years ago almost.
Man, you know, it was organic. It was fun. It was me and a couple of buddies, you know, inside a 1-bedroom apartment, living room full of keyboards and drum machines and shit.
Yeah, that's how you
know, we were straight analog with it. We had a 4-track cassette recorder, a Radio Shack dynamic mic.
That's how you usually make all the magic, bro.
Everything was noisy and you know. we had noise reduction, but it seemed like, man, there wasn't no reduction. It was just noise.
Right.
Everything we did was just hissy and noisy on that tape. But that's all we had, man. We just would sit around and bang out ideas, man. And who knew? I mean, that's why I tell these young cats, man, keep on pressing that red button that says record, because you never know, dude. You never know what you're gonna come up with. And then when you come up with it, when you show it to the world, you never know if it's gonna go like, you know what I'm saying, like that rocket straight through the stratosphere, you know, or it might be a dud. But keep on, man, keep on banging them. I mean, I didn't know. I don't think nobody in my crew knew. We were just having fun, man. Just it sounded good to us, you know. Man, all of our stuff. And I tell people to this day, I'm like, that demo tape that we was handing out, Rumors was like the third song on that tape.
Right.
It wasn't the first one, man, because I mean, to us it was old by then, you know. So we was like, yo, listen to the new stuff we got.
Hey, Marcus, you know what I do right now, bro? Well, I've been doing it for 20-some years, but
yeah,
it's some stuff that Suge had told me a long time ago, man. He was like,
okay,
as soon as you get done with that record, leave it alone. So I don't even mess with them no more. Just like what you said, as good of a hit that was, you didn't even like it no more.
Well, we liked it, but it wasn't. We was trying to, show our growth as songwriters, and so we said, you know, we got better equipment now. These songs in front of this one, you know, we better than that. So we gonna put that one behind the newer stuff that we know we grew. So yeah, no, it wasn't that we didn't like it. We knew it was one of our, you know, say if we made an album, we knew it was gonna be on the album, but we was like, yo, man, check out the new.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it wasn't that we didn't like it though. But yeah, no, that's good advice. You know, move on to the next. Yeah, man.
Make
get
one
some other ones behind you.
Yeah, make one better than that.
Yeah.
And I was young following y'all, man. I used to have the vinyl. You know what I mean? So
yes, sir.
I was checking it. And I had kind of got lost for a minute because I was so young. I didn't know that the Timex that some of y'all had turned to the Club Nouveau. So I didn't.
See, well, I'd like to clear that up. That wasn't true.
Okay, yo, break it down then, because I was lost when I was in the 80s, man.
I know that. I think that report came out in some news outlets and everybody ran with it. Mm-hmm. So what happened was, you know, the two groups are total separate groups. Totally separate. Timex Social Club consisted of 4 men.
Okay.
Myself, Alex Hill, Kevin Moore, Mike Marshall. That's it. That's all that's on that contract from Daniel Records. 4 dudes.
Okay.
So when you look at Nouveau, you got Tommy, Jay, Denny, Val, and Sam. none of those names
crossed over.
It's not Timex.
except for Val, and that wasn't okay. Val, good friend, good vocalist, but I wanted a crew with all guys because I was like, man, I'm not trying to dress around no female. I'm not trying to have a separate room for her. We go. I mean, if niggas want a room, get one room for two dudes. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want that static. So
Yeah.
I was like, man, it'd be cool if we just rolled out 4 dudes. That way we can get 2 hotel rooms and we could bunk up. You know, if we do something masculine, we keep it in house. We ain't gotta be tiptoeing around. Oh, don't say that.
Yeah.
You piss her off.
Yeah.
And then if you piss her off, the show ain't gonna be good.
Yeah.
So, you know, with the, you know, how males do, you know what I'm saying? The camaraderie and the jokes we tell and the things we say and, you know, the swag and the whole thing. So I personally never wanted a female in Timex Social Club. Now, what happened was she wasn't actually there. She never, I think we only did one show together. Her name appears on that 12-inch, but that was a record company decision. There was no contract ever signed with the first record company, and that was J Records.
Right.
There was just a handshake, and they went and printed those records up, which, I mean, gangbusters, right? I mean, we'll get to that. But anyway, that record just changed the industry itself. But her name does appear on there, and I'm not trying to take any credit from her. Like I said, good friend. Very nice person. You know, I've seen and been in her company. There's no beef or nothing.
Oh yeah, that's my people.
She when we made our decision to go with just the guys, record company A grabbed her and threw her in Nouveau. So that's the only person that anybody can say, oh, she used to be in Timex. None of them other cats were.
Yeah.
So that's why I always want to correct that Timex never turned into or morphed into Nouveau. It was 2 separate groups.
Got you.
Okay, just like Prince and The Time.
Exactly.
You know, hey, they related a little bit, but it's 2 separate groups. They sound a little bit like each other. 2 separate groups. So I want to make that perfectly clear if I can. Yeah.
Okay, so
hey Marcus, that's real quick. That's how rumors get started, though.
Yeah, it's just how rumors get started.
Really, you know what? That wasn't a rumor. Somebody printed that in some magazine or something, and they saw it. They saw that it was printed, so they never called me and said, you know, hey, is this true or nothing? They just ran with it, bro. But yeah. That's true. That's how I get started.
Man, does Nouveau ever perform the song in their shows?
Yep.
They do? Okay.
And to this day, I guess I know why, but I don't know why.
Yeah.
I get paid. So
there it is.
Shut up. But when we go out, we don't perform any Nouveau songs.
That part, yeah. I understand.
So I guess I'll leave that there.
I got you.
It's clearly not their record.
Nah. Hey man, believe me, I know how this game is too. Yeah, I've been in it for a minute. I totally understand. I know what goes on.
Yeah.
With the book, How the Rumors Get Started, it came out in 2011. A lot of traction. You know, the book is a good read for people out there who hasn't had a chance to be able to get in yet.
Shameless plug.
Hey.
Oh yeah. Man, put it out there.
Man.
I need people to go.
Hey, I got pictures.
Go support it. I mean, it tells a story.
Oh yeah, picture book. Gotta have some pictures, man.
Yeah, I got all kind of documentation, pictures, proof of what actually happened. Ain't no lip service in there.
There you go.
It's actual proof.
No,
you get to see it. Receipts. I got receipts. I got the receipts in there.
Yeah. That's good. You still kept all this
Go
stuff,
to
man.
Timex Social.
Wait.
TimexSocialClub.com is the website. Make sure y'all go tap in and go support my man. With the book, I mean, for the people out there, I mean, they can clearly go get it. It's been out for a while. Is there another book on the horizon? And before you even answer that question, what were not just the reviews, but the conversations that took place as far as, hey, congratulations, good job, you told the truth. Like you said, there's receipts, all that. So tell me a little bit about just the responses to the book, and if there's going to be another one on top of that.
Well, the responses have been very, very good. You know, that's part of the title. You know, it's How Do Rumors Get Started? The true story of Timex Social Club. So with the word, you say true, you know, that's why I said I put the receipts in there. So, okay, there's been a lot of lip service over the last 30 plus years, but can you prove it?
Right.
Exactly.
I can. So anyway, that's what I did, and because I knew that there was a lot of false things out there and people saying this and that. So I just had to put it down so it will never, ever be disputed. You know, just had to put my Oakland stamp on it.
Yeah, the person
put my West Oakland stamp on it, and
they try to keep
shut
quiet.
the niggas up. Say what?
I said usually the person with the receipts be the one who they try to keep quiet the most, because you can back everything up. It's kind of like you got the history.
When you got a docket number and you got these things from these entities, and you know, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
No, I understand.
A lot of people be in the streets and they'll say what they say. You can't stop that ever.
Yeah.
But when you ask somebody, oh, really? That really happened? Can you prove that? Then the pause comes.
Yeah.
And then they get argumentative. That's when you know they lying.
Okay, let me ask a question. Do you think it was harder for you guys to try to get a deal compared to how it is now? And why do you think it's no more like bands, man? Because the way the structure of music was then to now, it's just everything is solo. It was back then you had a band, man, and everybody played instruments. Nobody play instruments anymore.
Well, you know, there was a second part of Charles's question. Will there be another book? No, I don't. I think I did what I did. I don't think there's another book. I think I opened the case and shut the case my damn self. So I don't think there's any more book to be done. I would like to see a documentary, or hell, man, let's just do the damn movie.
There you go.
Anyway, that's the answer to the second part of your question, sir. The realist had the question about the record deal and like how hard it was, or one more time on it. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I was saying, do you think it was easier to get a deal back then compared to how it is now? And
it was harder.
Yeah.
It was harder. It was harder.
And what's your take on why it's no more like people coming out as bands? It's all solo acts now. It's not like it used to be back in the day.
You know, something interesting happened when I was in high school. And that was the first time I noticed. There was a Cameo album. You remember, well, you know Cameo.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yes,
come on,
man. Yes,
so
sir.
Cameo was one of my groups, you know, funk 70s. And I remember, like, I think it was the Knights of the Round Table or something album they had. And it was like 8 dudes on the cover. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then the next album that dropped was Alligator Woman or something like that. And it was 3. And I said, whoa, what happened to the rest of the?
With the rest of the guys? Yeah.
Where'd they go?
Where the guys?
Yeah.
So then, I mean, that's like 83, something like that. So that's before we came out. So I'm like, oh, they couldn't wait.
Couldn't wait.
They couldn't wait, dude. And you know, that's what it boiled down to. To me, there was money involved, and it's like I got to pay these dudes, so we just gonna keep the essential players.
Yeah.
So I think it started back then. In my estimation, the big bands started dwindling down. The big funk bands, you know, and R&B music, at least in R&B music, I started seeing some of the bigger bands dwindling down, and I think it was because of, you know, they didn't want to. They, you know, whoever the leader was, or maybe the record companies, or maybe both, in cahoots with each other, didn't want to split that pie that large. So I say all that to say, I think there's a lot of solo acts now because it's easier to do in this digital realm. You don't need a bassist. You can play the bass yourself as long as you program it right and it sound good to you.
Yeah.
You can, you know, do the vocals yourself. You can do everything yourself. All you need is a good engineer and, you know, maybe a producer.
But a lot of you guys need some artist development, bro. I mean,
oh yeah, there's no artist development anymore.
No artist development anymore.
Done. Artist development is over.
Yeah, man, they need to bring that back because it's a lot of stuff hit the airwaves. It should have never made it off the cutting room.
Well, that's what happened when they opened up the floodgates in this internet realm, digital realm. Anybody can upload anything. Right now, somebody's uploading something under their own record label, which is awesome. I wish we had the ability to do it, but it's so saturated now, man. It's like, how do we find this new incredible cat or female? There's so many people, and to me, man, a lot of them sound like they sound the same.
Yeah.
So I'm like, who is that? Is that SZA? Is that you know? No, it's the new girl. Oh my God, she sounds just like.
Yeah.
You know, so it's hard, I think, right now for them to really stand out and really get any traction. I mean, they have the fan base, they have social media, but you remember back in the day, man, when a voice like Angela Bofield would hit the airwaves, you knew it was Angela Bofield.
It's out of here. It's out of here.
You know, there is no other Patti LaBelle.
Nah.
There is nobody that sounds like Gladys Knight or Aretha.
Yeah.
Or Whitney.
Yeah.
You know?
Everybody got auto-tune.
Hey, Marcus.
But
Marcus,
now, I don't know. There's just a lot of girls and female brothers that sound the same. So God bless them.
Hey, Marcus, you ain't lying for this reason. When I first heard Timex Social Club, I remember where I was, what I was doing, whatever the case may be, right? I remember that to this day. I remember when I first heard Mariah Carey, Vision of Love on the radio. I remember I was in school and I remember hearing that voice and I'm like, who the fuck is that? Like that voice. And I also remember other people calling the radio station saying, run that back again. I ain't never heard nothing like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like those moments in music, you can never take away. And to your point about it being oversaturated, that's that's where the struggle is. It could be a blessing and a curse in a lot of ways, right? But there's no way of capturing that one moment that will withstand the test of time ever again, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's kind of how I feel. You will never get those moments again.
Now them days done.
Yeah, I mean, you used to sit and wait for an artist to drop something for like a year and a half, maybe.
Yeah.
You're like, man, when's that next Parliament album coming out?
Yeah, you licking
I want to hear some more Sir Nose tracks, you know. I want to hear some more Flashlight sounding tracks, you know.
Or Taze or something.
And it would the anticipation would build up. You know what I'm saying? And they would tour and tour, and then a year and a half or a year later, there'll be another album, there'll be another release. And then, you know, but now you can release every day.
Yeah.
So there is no
a journey going to Tower
There
Records.
is no anticipation anymore from these cats. Yeah.
It was a thing to go to Tower Records and go get that
Right.
go wait in line. You know what I
Stand
mean?
in
Like,
line. Yeah.
I ain't gonna forget those moments. Those moments is gonna stay with me to the day I'm gone. You know what I mean? Like,
Hey,
I
it
will
was a
never forget
whole
those moments.
event, right? It was a whole event when something was coming out. They had the little cardboard cutouts in the record store.
All
Yeah.
that, homie. Man, you know, don't
Yeah.
let the artist pop up and do a sign, and homie, you standing in
Right.
line for 10 hours.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dude. It was an entire day of anticipation on your mind. It's like waiting for Christmas or something, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
man.
That's right.
Get your poster
Hey, Marcus, I'm
sign.
gonna take it. I'm gonna
And,
take
and there
it
was
back.
no leaks. There was no leaks back then.
Right,
No, it wasn't no
right,
leak.
right.
It came out
Right.
on that day, and that's when you heard it.
Yeah.
Right. Marcus, I'm gonna before we start talking about other things, Timex Social Club, I'm gonna take you back for a minute because you kind of I'm doing an article on the late Mary Wells, right? And
Oh, okay.
and I just listening to some of her music and kind of knowing her history and stuff like that. I mean, it was deeper than just My Guy, or you know what I mean? She had a lot of hits, right? Like a lot of hits and a lot of records with Marvin Gaye, with the late Marvin Gaye, all that. And
Yes,
I'm hearing, she lost her life back in the early 90s or whatnot to cancer. And just knowing her story about not having medical insurance, not having certain things to be able to kind of help her through her final days, started having me think about, like, damn, like the fraternity that I feel like music should have. There should be pension, there should be medical this, there should be a bunch of things, because the stuff that y'all had to go through, y'all should be able to benefit for that too forever, period. Like, there should be no exceptions to that. So when you hear stuff like that, and when you think about the legacy as far as how music, like, somebody still getting paid off Mary Wells music right now. I don't know if it's her estate, whoever's left as far as that goes, but
yeah, for sure.
How do you feel when you hear about stories like that and people are just kind of like left for dead with no support?
How do I feel?
Yep.
I'm so numb to it, man. I feel bad. I mean, there's thousands of stories. We can go back to Frankie Lyman, Little Richard, George Clinton and his struggles. I don't know if you know about those, but there's some great people out there. I mean, just recently, Sly Stone got paid, but for the longest time, that brother, it's a perpetual. It would be nice, like you said, like the NFL has a pension for old football players. They get something.
Yeah, but they had to work for that. They just recently got that, Marcus.
Artists don't get anything.
Yeah.
But a record label to put some life insurance out of you, and boy, as soon as you sign that contract, they got life insurance on your motherfucking ass. Believe that.
But you're not the beneficiary. Your family's not.
None of them are, bro. Believe me. So they itching for you to get killed. They want you to drop them.
Yeah. It's like peasant insurance, It's like something they protecting their assets out there. They livestock or something.
Exactly.
What if my horse dies?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
It's a bad look. It always has been. I don't know if it can ever be corrected, but what if somebody need to roll up in the emergency room and this person is a multi-platinum artist? Everybody knows him or her by face, and they just don't have no money and they can't be seen.
It's not gonna happen.
So you got famous so-and-so sitting over here. Not to say that he or she is above the other people in the emergency room, but damn, by face who that is. Their contribution. And it's for the simple fact that they don't, when you punch up their information in your computer system, it says that they don't have XYZ insurance. So they gonna get a Band-Aid and a lollipop.
Yeah.
And an Uber.
Sent home.
Right.
In a bill.
And that's the famous so-and-so person that brought us whatever track, whatever album. It's tragic. It's tragic, man. It shouldn't be that way. Like I said, the NFL, there's a pension for there's a pension for NFL players. I don't care if you played in the 1930s or something, whatever it is. If you're still alive, you get a check. And that helps that can help with whatever bills or medical care, whatever. They're at least trying to reach back and take care of the OGs. But in the music industry, there's nothing like that, dude.
Man, we need to sit down collectively with some of the big wigs, put a contract together, and go present it, and get some of the youngsters on board. Even if a boycott got to happen, like, look, until we can get some of this stuff negotiated and some real paperwork and the real people who really put this down, we're not releasing shit. I bet them distributors go get their ass in line after that, but people so money hungry, they wouldn't want to do it. It's kind of like people crossing over the boycott line. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, man, I'm going to put my shit out. Yeah, I'm going to get my money. You know what I mean? Just go on tour for a year. Don't drop no music. Let's go on tour just for a year and get your tour money until we can negotiate and get some of this stuff taken care of. People need help.
One of the hardest days I had was going back to work after I realized the phone wasn't ringing.
Yeah.
Because when I left my job in '86, in my head, I'm done.
I'm rich. I'm good.
I'm doing the Dave Chappelle. I'm riding off in the sunset. You'll never see me around here again.
Yeah.
Hey.
See you, partner. And man, that was a cold little week. I was looking at the phone like, is it broke? It was ringing off the hook last month. And I was counting dollars, man. I was like, man, I'm hungry. I need to go to the store. I got to pay this rent and these light bills. And man, I'm supposed to be flying somewhere to do a show, and the phone ain't ringing. Called a booking agent. It's like, no, I ain't got nothing for you. I'm like, shit, right. Oh man. So yeah, man, I had to go back with my tail between my legs and get my job back, dude. That was a cold day.
Yeah.
But I mean that's why you see a lot of musicians, they got a day job, a serious 9 to 5, and then they do the music hustle. Even if they make it, they keep that day job. They keep some part-time, something for the medical benefits, man. Something.
You have multiple streams, man.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Multiple streams of income.
But that's sad. Like we've been saying, that's sad that a person has a 9 to 5 that's actively, and everybody knows who that person is.
Yeah. Already.
Yeah. Like, oh, come down to the job. I work with so and so. What?
Yeah, motherfuckers taking pictures of you while at work. And shit.
You work with the
platinum recording artist.
Didn't he sing? Yep. I work with him. Dude. Yeah. He make as much as you do? Well, I think he make like $1 more than I do.
Yeah, all that
shit. He been there a little bit longer than me.
All that shit.
Yeah, dude. It's tragic but true, dude. Yeah.
So what makes you still continue to just keep your eyes and your ears out listening to music? Is it just always going to stay in your DNA? Because we can say all the things, like, as far as, it's a struggle. I mean, it's oversaturated now. You can say every and anything, but for radio guys like us and for musicians and, iconic members in the game like you, we still keep coming back to it because it's a safe haven in a sense, right?
Yeah, well, what keeps me still in it is before all of this happened, I was a mobile DJ. And that's how I met, my writing partner in the crew, Alex Hill. That's how we met. We were two mobile DJs in our area. His crew was above mine. I was just starting my crew out. So, I looked to him to be a mentor. So I kind of got my crew to kind of run with his crew, and we became roadies, and, what I'm saying? We just started hanging out, and I started learning from him. So, and then that turned to writing. But what I'm really trying to say is, so I started as a DJ, went on to be songwriter, producer, and now, like I said, after things get a little rocky, a little over in the record business, you got to fall back on your what you know best. So I started DJing again back in like 2002. So I'm not out here, international, but I get my hustle on the DJ scene. So you can catch me at a wedding is what I'm really trying to say. You can catch me DJing somebody's wedding out here.
It was hard being a DJ back in the day, man. You had to carry around 2 Technique 1200s, amps, all the chords, mixers.
Yeah, like I said, that's why we were roadies. He's like, y'all can help me carry these speakers and get in the party free.
And then you got to set up and then break down everything.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
DJ had a hard job. Then carrying out a vinyl. That shit was.
Yes, sir. That's what we did. Yeah.
I used to sit up and watch the DJ set up. It take them like 4 hours sometimes. And then everybody gone from the club and the party. They still in there loading their van up. And, and
back then, did nobody have no van. We all had little cheap hoopty cars that was 2-door.
Oh shit!
Ain't nobody had no 4 doors back then. We had 2-door cars, so you had to bend the seat back, get the records back there.
Man, you looking like Martin on a house party.
Exactly. And what couldn't fit in the trunk, then you up. All right, you got the homie in the front seat with you. You're like, man, put this on your lap, dude.
Carry it in your lap.
Put it on your lap, bro. Yeah.
You got speakers on the lap, and there wasn't no laptops. So you actually had to disconnect your turntable from the crib.
You got to bring the turntable from the crib. You got extension cords. Oh, man.
Unhook the stylus because you don't want to break the needles. You got to unhook the stylus. Put that in the box.
Yeah.
Don't leave that box, dude. Whatever you do. If we get to the jam and you ain't got the stylus, we got to go back to the crib and get the stylus, man.
It is.
See, these kids don't know, man. Struggleville.
Spinderella, shout out to her. I'm super cool with her still. She always, it's still in her DNA. So before she even had the run-in with Salt and Pepper, and before she's no longer in that group, DJing was always in her.
And that's sad, man. I want to speak on that for a second, man. That's sad, man. I saw a little bit of that online, and
I think they made up now, bro.
I saw them at that ceremony in LA getting a star, so I saw them hugged up. But I don't know, man. That hurt me like the In Vogue thing, man. Shit.
You gotta have.
I just wish I was a magician, a wizard, or something. I could just wave the wand and make everything good. Man, that's crazy. But go ahead.
They made up real, but it's still, she's still not in that group, and she doesn't do business. But I'm glad they patched it up on a friend level, I guess. But
it was so good to see them. It was so good to see all 3 of them hugged up, like I said, and for the photos they took, you couldn't tell there was any kind of whatever, it was good. That was a good look. I'm glad they invited her, and I'm glad that she wanted to go and she was there. That's the way it should be.
You also mentioned In Vogue. You can't repair that, unfortunately. You can't do it,
man. Like I said, I wish I had the magic wand, baby. I
know, man.
That one's done.
It can't be done. Listen, you removed 2 of the influential members of that group for a lot of reasons, and everything that's been said in between that breakup, it just can't be repaired. You know what I mean? There can be no mending fences. But to your point, you're removing one of the greatest groups of all times from continuing their legacy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that group is still functioning, but it's never going to be the same, just based on everything else. And Magic Wand, which we had. Had it.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Yeah.
No. You can't do it.
And it's a lot of groups out there like that. So
they'll try to stick somebody else in the group to long as they had a name, but that's like you taking all the David Ruffins up out of there, man. It ain't gonna sound the same.
Yeah, but to Charles's, defense, man, is sometimes people don't want to work together, So what can you do? You can't make somebody come back. You can't.
Music, man. It ain't gonna work.
Yeah,
it's not gonna work.
Yeah,
all the money in the world, but they won't come back. So
that's one thing. I'm not no group. I don't want to deal with no niggas in no group. Niggas be working with their feelings and they mad if you give somebody want to get a verse from you and hey man, look, man, I'm gonna do all this myself, man. That's one thing I know. Man, I write, I do all, man. I'm not a group nigga, man. It's a lot go on in the group. I hear horror stories. I got a lot of homies in groups. I hear the horror stories. I'd be like, fuck that shit, bro. Come to the solo world. It's lovely over here.
Yeah, even our story, it's a lot of drama. It can be.
Yeah.
Some groups operate real smooth, I guess it's just people. People change, people grow, people want different things. Sometimes it's not even that person. Sometimes it's somebody guiding that person in the wrong way. I don't know.
Yeah, somebody get in the ear, man. You the star.
Yeah.
And then a nigga, that light bulb go off. Like, hold on, man, I am. Like, nigga, no, you not. I wrote your verse.
That's where it starts. Somebody else is in that person's ear.
I remember when Jermaine went solo. I remember when Jermaine Jackson went solo. I was like, what?
That nigga moonwalked so fast back over there and got back up in that group. Nigga, you better get back up in that group, boy.
Yeah.
Threw them loafers on and moonwalk back up in there.
Yeah. So that's part. That's just part of it. It's gonna happen. You just got to know it's gonna happen when you got a group.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it happened in New Edition, and it happened in New Edition, and they split up, got back. They doing tours and stuff right now, and it's right.
I love them brothers, man. They've been rocky from the start. I love them brothers, man. But they split up. They go their separate ways. They get back. It'd be 2 or 3, 4 years. Then they get back again. Then they don't speak to each other. They hate each other's guts. Mm-hmm. Then they get back. And then there's a movie. And then there's a resurgence. Then they go back. And I'm like, God damn. Why don't y'all just stay together?
They pull that shit off.
The Al Green, stay together.
Yeah, they can pull that shit off.
They stay together, exactly. Yeah. I think Marcus, couple more questions with you, man. I think at the end of it all, especially from your time, not just Timex, but just in general, when you look at groups, man, there's so much that can be done, but also in real, you know this as well. Like, there's always strength in numbers. Like, it's just how we were talking about just the industry. If we would all sit together and do what we need to do, it might stop your paper for a minute, but the bigger mission is what it is. Man, we got too much united, like, possibilities that it could be done, but we're just getting in our own way to a degree. You know what I'm saying?
No, 100%.
Yeah. There's that musicians union out there, but I never joined. I'm more of a electronic musician, if anything, or a lyricist, idea guy. So I never saw myself as part of the musicians union, where you go to the union hall and you wait for jobs to, you know what I'm saying? So in that respect, I guess, they are getting benefits and things of that nature through the union. But when you just in your bedroom or whatever your studio is and you banging out beats, you solo.
All the way around the board.
Got no backing but you. Mm-hmm.
Yep. How you navigating through social media these days, man?
Oh man, not very good. I'm old school. I just can't type that fast. I don't really think that my thoughts I don't really think that people want to hear my thoughts or read my thoughts. You know, I'm like, I would never want to. What is this old nigga saying? You know, so I'm not the best. I'm not the best. I'm not the worst, but I ain't the best at it, man. I could be better, but I get tired sometimes. I just turn the screen off, man.
Man, you got to get in there for a little bit, man. People want to hear
I'm on Twitter. I'm on IG. I just can't see myself on TikTok, man. That's just stalkerish.
No. Now, I wouldn't want to see you on that dance and doing no goofy ass shit. Nah.
Facebook, I'm on Facebook with it, but
yeah.
I'm like, man, I'm an OG, man. I'm out here with these young kids. They don't have no idea. They don't know, and I don't know them. They don't know me, so I just try to keep it. I try to keep it Twitter, Facebook, and IG.
Yeah.
But I'm not blasting out nothing except really, really relevant stuff, or when something major happens, or you know, and I should be doing more, but I just I just don't think my comments would be interesting.
You do enough, Marcus. You do enough. That should be okay. That should be okay. You do enough, man.
All right, man. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Hey, find my man on social media at Timex Social Club, and make sure you go to timexsocialclub.com and hit up my man Marcus. And as far as anything that you got going on in the future, what's in store for you? Not just musically, but anything else that your public would like to know as far as what you're up to.
We still do old school shows. We did I think about 2 or 3 shows this year in Southern California, down in like San Diego way. But yeah, we get called out every now and again. So sorry, that was Sacramento with the Whispers. And then we did Rodney O show with Rodney O back in Chula Vista. So I think it was 2 shows. But I mean, we get inquiries all the time. It's just, you know, we just got to work out see what the promoter's doing, see if everything kind of meshes on you know. But I don't handle all that. My manager does. So if it ain't right, I ain't going. So
hey.
I gotta get paid, man. I gotta get my pay.
No free shit, man. No free shit, man. I can't understand free talk.
No, we don't go out for free. No, that's no, that don't happen. But you know, it could be the difference of $200 or something, man. If they don't come up, then we ain't there. So we had one promoter this year. He put us on. He put us on a flyer. I'm like, no, man, we ain't never hired. We ain't never got no contract from me. You know, so I had to take to social media. I had to take to social media, make a video, you know, put them on blast. I'm like, y'all don't buy tickets expecting us to be here. We ain't never been contacted for this show.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's still some janky promoters out there. You know, God bless them. I guess they trying to do something, make some money, but yeah, you need to hire the artist first.
Hey, there you go.
Don't jump the gun, homie.
Yeah, Deborah Cox had to do that a couple of months back.
See? Yeah.
Same thing. Thing. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Hey.
Well, look, check this out, Marcus. Man, I love to jump on the phone with you and we get some collab stuff going, man. Just bounce some ideas and see what we can take it to, big dog.
Yeah, I'm more to like the lyricist guy, so not the vocalist, but yeah, if you need some vocals,
that's all good.
I can hook you up with.
I need all
with singers.
Yeah, I need all that.
There you go.
Sure.
Hey Marcus, not only do I appreciate you being on Real Talk, but I appreciate you for the years of being in your circle. Continue to keep pushing your legacy out there because it's important. These kinds of games, real or not just do we appreciate, we embrace history when it comes in real. And we had another guest the other day. We talking about 50 years of hip hop going into next year and just the legacy of music that needs to be preserved. We need to be held accountable we need to embrace it, and we need to help people at the end of all days too. You know what I mean? So it's deeper than just having this dialogue right here, because it matters to us, but also we want to get it out there to the public, you know, so they can be able to share that history and that wealth of game that you got. So we appreciate it for real.
Yeah, you got to let the youngsters see the faces of the musicians who made the records that they sampling and the stuff their parents grew up on. So you know, you just gotta keep it full circle.
Yes, sir. I was just listening to Curtis Blow Christmas rapping the other day, man.
Oh yeah. That whole that
was 1979 or 80.
Yes, sir.
And you know, I remember when that dropped. I remember being a young kid with the boom box up to my ear. I remember all of that, man, when it dropped, and it was like hip hop, dude. I know what it did for me. It changed my perspective. I mean, you know, before then it was just R&B, and it was the smoothness. You know, it was Lou Rawls, it was Al Green, it was Marvin Gaye. It was, you know, that's the stuff that came in the house via moms and pops. I remember one of my dad's favorite records was Mr. Magic, Grover Washington.
Oh yeah.
Sit up there and listen to that all the time, you know. Dun, 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 you know, but that was jazz fusion. I didn't know what the hell it was. You know, I was into Parliament back in the day, but anyway, when that hip hop dropped, dude, I was like, oh my God. Brothers is they rapping on top of, that's Chic.
Yeah.
That's Good Times or whatever, whatever the backbeat was to the record. Or records, I should say, you know, Sugar Hill Gang and all that. But I'm like, man, that's tight that they could do that. And they would, whatever. I don't know the contracts, but I'm talking as a 15, 14-year-old kid, you know. I'm like, yeah, so the band is playing, they rapping on top. Oh, that's tight. So that just flipped my mind.
Yeah.
You know, and I think, I know that that's what gave me the ability and the go-ahead, the green light, if you will, to start writing on my own. And then another episode that happened was his brother Prince came on the scene and started talking about all this sex and his connotations of sex was crazy, right? So now I'm in high school and I'm trying to get at these females, and I'm like, man, it's a song called Soft and Wet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm taking you out on dance floor. We gonna dance to this. There's a song called "Do Me, Baby." Oh yeah, I'm putting this on the tape. We gonna ride to this. So that just opened the door wide up, man. But yeah, hip hop. Hip hop was so 50 years of hip hop for sure, man. Big up to Kool Herc, everybody put it down, man, and ushered in that new sound.
Yeah.
I don't think you would have heard Timex Social Club if it wasn't for hip hop, for sure.
Wow, that's big.
And I'd like to say this: a lot of people don't know. So the instruments we use when we recorded Rumors. Those were hip hop instruments.
Is that right?
If you listen to that the original Rumors, the original one, the 12-inch, you'll hear 808. You'll hear 808. That's the drum machine Alex had.
Yeah.
That's a hip hop drum machine, and it's not a R&B drum machine. It wasn't.
No, that's where you get all your drum lines from with hip hop, straight 808 bass line.
He had all Roland equipment, Roland Juno 106.
Yeah.
That was a hip hop keyboard.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. That's on the Juno 106 by Roland. The bass line was played on a hip hop bass module. I mean, all the stuff was hip hop stuff because he was a rapper.
Wow.
Yeah. He was writing beats for us.
That's right.
And then he would turn around in the same day and write a hip hop beat for like some rappers that came over the crib and needed a beat for a talent show or something.
Wow, that's cool.
So I want to get that out there that I'm pretty sure that when all that fused in the studio, what you're hearing on Rumors is basically R&B hip hop fusion. And a lot of people really at the time didn't know how to categorize it. They didn't know what the hell it was. Was it R&B? I mean, we went out on a Run DMC tour and did 30 dates. Now, why in the hell we ain't rapping?
Yeah, y'all over there getting to it.
We're singing.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's no rap on Rumors. There's no rap. There's a break, but there's no rapper. So why are we on this hip hop tour? So that song, it crossed.
Now it crossed all the way over, man.
And it checked off a lot of boxes. And I'll say this. There was a new genre that I'm going to say we pioneered it, called New Jack Swing. We came out with that in 1986. That's when it was released. New Jack Swing, I know we were before it. So I'm going to say New Jack Swing hit in 87. We hit in 86.
There it is. There it is.
Before,
not to take anything away from Teddy Riley, anybody that's associated with New Jack Swing, and not taking nothing away from them.
Yeah.
Nothing. Not one iota away from them. But there has to be a pioneer. There has to be somebody that gets to the mountaintop first and plant that flag, right?
Yeah. What you did inspired Teddy Riley to do what he did. He took it.
Yeah, right? I'm gonna wear that. We gonna wear that. Timex did that.
Yeah, put that hat on.
Plant that Timex flag, bro. Plant that flag, man. Do that.
But I mean, we're not New Jack Swing, but we took R&B and we took hip hop
and merged them together.
And we put that out there, and we put that idea, that bug, in the ear of radio, management, record companies, artists, fans, and we made it so, okay, now you can hear this, and now it works on a big scale.
Hey, so when you went on that Run DMC tour, you had the whole Def Jam back then, how like LL and all that going on. I know Def Jam, they run all their artists together way back then like that.
They did.
Oh, it's in the book.
Yeah.
Beastie Boys, huh? You had all that shit going on.
Man, dude, we had a blast, man. Yes, we had LL, we had the Beastie Boys, we rocked with Houdini and Run DMC.
Oh yeah. Oh, man.
Not to mention we did some shows with Dougie Fresh came on for a show or two as well.
Oh, that's a historic show back then.
Historic artists, Hall of Famers.
Oh yeah.
You know,
all them artists.
It was Candyland. You know what I'm saying? It was the land of milk and honey on that tour. It wasn't the same after that tour was over, and it kind of spoiled us.
Yeah,
that was our first tour, and everything ran perfectly.
Yeah.
And then after that, we had to really, cut our teeth because, we was dealing with some janky promoters out there. And we're like, man, this ain't the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it spoiled us, man, because everything, hey, when them house lights lowered at 7:30 every night.
Wow.
And there was a lot of people that missed us because we went up first.
Wow.
Yeah, they didn't run the Beastie Boys first. They ran us first. So on the tickets, when it say the show was at 7:30,
it started.
That's what Timex was on, baby. They come to the dressing room at 7:28.
Yeah.
They pay us, and then walk us to the stage. The house lights would lower. Ladies and gentlemen, Timex Social Club. We went up there, do our 15-minute set, and we gone.
Hey, did you have a writer back then?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We did.
All right, at least they took care of you then. Yeah, you was all right.
Yeah, no, it was laid out. It was done correctly.
Man, I've seen some ridiculous writers years of being on the road. I'm simple with mine, bro.
Yeah,
But
we
I
were
see,
simple with ours because we was new. We didn't know that we could do no crazy shit. So we
oh,
were
I
like,
see some
we
crazy
just need
shit.
some sandwiches and some juice and you know, some waters and everything.
Man, I'm the same way, man. Give me some hot wings, some gummy bears, a 12-pack of Coors Lights, and some bottled waters. I'm out of there. I done
I
seen
think
it.
we just had the regular deli tray going on there, you know,
I'm out of there,
with some
man.
sodas and juices and stuff.
Yeah, I see niggas be spending $10,000 worth of shit. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you, dog?
We didn't want nothing.
Right.
We didn't want nobody recouping nothing.
None of that. My
We didn't
right
want
probably
nobody come up and say, well, damn, you know, we can't pay you X because y'all wanted X, Y, and Z.
man, my
No,
shit.
Run that money, man.
Mhm.
Run the money.
Yeah, run me my paper, homie. I'm not planning on
That's
being
it.
here that long anyway. So
Exactly.
I'm gone.
I'm in and out.
Yeah, this is a robbery you finna see.
Get it.
Yeah, I'm on
That's it.
stage with a
That's
ski mask
it.
and 38
Yeah,
and a mic in my hand.
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
So
Follow my man on social media at Timex Social Club. Go to the website, timexsocialclub.com. And
on IG at Timex Social Club _ official.
Get started. There you go. There you go. Get that book too. How the Rumors Get Started. Go grab that. It's a great one. Hey, Marcus, man, don't be a stranger. I will be at you because you know I will, just to check in on you and see if there's anything you need. And I'll pair you and Reel Up as far as collaborating on future things. But man, thank you again for hanging out with us and just keeping music alive by your history and by what you're doing, man. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, like I said, I'm still DJing out there, so that's how I keep my foot in there. You know, I'm still spinning. So
it's dope.
Yeah.
It's dope.
There you go.
God bless, man. And
hey,
let's get to some paper, man. It's paper still a touch.